Perfecto. This is the Panaderia. Panaderia in Platanillo. And they understand about the elephant needs to be backwards for feng shui. Pretty neat. Yeah, this is just up the road from my house, so it's where the day is going to start. Try and getting a coffee here instead of making my own, because I've been making a half a pot. I tried making a quarter pot and I just couldn't make it taste right. So I do a half a pot and it's way too much for me to drink. So I think I'm just wasting the coffee. So I'm going to see how much a coffee costs at this Panaderia. No, Panderia. It's said differently in Nicaragua. But anyways, that'll be the start. Then we go down to go build. This one is not for the afraid of heights. We gotta reach out and weld this one on, which is one time. You gotta make one mistake. Think we got it?
No mistake allowed.
No. Zero. You always got that black swan, black goose. The earthquake.
What?
Uh-huh. All right, so Gabriel's given me a list of cuts, all because the 3" by 3" that we got here wasn't freaking 3" by 3". So that means all of our measurements, everything is not as it should be. So that means we have a lot of individual cuts to do. So I'm basically cutting these tiny little variances, and they're like the variance of millimeters, you know, just tiny, 1 millimeter smaller, 1 millimeter longer, 2, whatever. And I got to cut a whole bunch of cuts. They're what are going to hold the wall panels in place that we attach to. So yeah, I got a shitload of these to cut right now. And this is like just reassuring that we have to make sure our supplier delivers us quality, readily available material. So the 3 by 3, take a tape measure next time you're in a ferreteria and see if it's actually 3" by 3", because they just vary. And when they vary, you know, with our system, when you stack a bunch of E's together, if they're all a millimeter different, by the time you're at the end, you might be 5 or 6 millimeters incorrect, and that's a big challenge for us. So we're going to be using Ferromax because they deliver that quality product consistently, and that's what we need. So unfortunately, we're not able to buy from little ferreterias anymore, but that's cool. We learned our lesson, and the next one's going to be that much easier. So for now, without further ado, this is my station, and I'm going to cut. It's almost floor time. It's so exciting. Exciting?
Hey,
Yeah.
we're figuring it out, how this thing might work
It's like a little
properly.
tongue and groove system. And that's the panels that we're using there.
Ah,
Slides right in, nice and
slide and screw and clip and screw. Good.
easy.
Yeah.
And then these ones have a overhang here, so that overhangs the other side so that there's no gap. Right, so it's gonna look
Wow.
like one beautiful
Nice.
hard plastic wood floor. Thanks for inviting me for lunch. Yeah. So the moped's really optimum for one person, or no slow trucks.
Or downhill.
Downhill's great. Excellent downhill. It's actually fine too. You just can't get stuck. Once you got stuck, you're fucked, basically.
I walk.
Yeah, it's jogging. Yeah, but now we got pitas and the best coffee in Costa Rica, which is gonna be awesome. We got the new helmet, then the bike just stopped working, so they took it apart and they found this fuse right here, and they're gonna get a new type of fuse and put it in there, and then hopefully this little beauty will be working again. We'll be back on our way. Go work more. Yeah. I'd have to say today's been a bit of a challenging day, but nonetheless, we're getting her done. Today, hopefully, is the end of our welding day. We might run out of 1x2 metal. That's what we're using right here. This stuff is 1x2, and that's what's used to hold the floor wall panels in place. They look freaking beautiful. I'm so stoked about the outcome, but chopping and like measuring and doing lots of cuts is is something that needs to be done, and I'm happy to do it because it's important. But I'm gonna finish that off and then get back down to Gabriel. I got to steal power from him, so only one of us can work at a time. But we're about to kind of wrap this Rad Pad up and then get set up for mass production. So we'll have our little generator and all the power will be situated. We're about to buy a nice new truck, which is super, super duper exciting. So pumped to get it. It's like a dream truck. I've always wanted a K2700, and I found a 3000 diesel turbo 4-door with a box on the back and a ladder, doors, fancy, super well taken care of. So we're gonna get that all shrink wrapped up as a Rad Pad mobile. So that's making me pumped. I'm super pumped on that. Sorry if I'm yelling, but I have these earmuffs on, as you can clearly tell. Pura vida. So this one part here is kind of one of our, not our flaws, but we haven't nailed it yet as far as in Rad Pad what we're using. So back in Nicaragua, our partner Jorge at Table Co. Does recycled plastic, and he's making us molds that will slide in the wall panels. But for now, what we have to do is we have to cut these pieces, and then Gabriel's welding them in place, and they go just inside. And what that does is that allows us to screw the plastic panels into the wall unit. So over here you can see that's going to be a plastic panel that'll the boards go across, tongue and groove plastic boards, that one, and then this will be a window and a window, and you can see this one will be a panel and a panel and a panel and a panel. So basically cutting all these and then welding them all in place is not the funnest part of the job. Gabriel, it's the end of the day.
Hallelujah.
Oh man, got a lot done today.
It was a hotter one
Hotter day.
today.
And the scooter to lunch took,
Had to change a fuse,
had to change a fuse too. That was weird.
but we were at the shop.
Not weird. We were supposed to be right where we were supposed to be. We were there. So this is closer than we've ever been.
Every day,
Every day.
closer.
Yeah. So probably one last day of welding tomorrow, right? Hopefully, possibly.
Small
Welding.
Small amount, yeah.
Yeah.
And, painting everything.
Painting like a banshee. So it means San Isidro, getting a water-based primer, or is it primer?
Gotta be.
It is. It needs to have primer in it. The Sur anti-corrosive agua-based for the galvanizado.
the best product.
It is. So we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna try spraying it on. All right, that's it for the whole day. I'm done. You done?
Thank you.
All right, pura vida.